I'm taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scoville, New England representing. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy Jesus Shutterworth the guy, aka the GOAT artist, aka LB Lauderdale boss. You know what it is. RingGameRadio.com in the building. Yes, sir. Monday night edition, recap, preview, boxing. Let's get it, nigga. Sample King's rapper coming soon.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Game Radio all day, Monday night edition. Let's go.
Yes, sir. King P, man. Is anyone banned from the bodega before we go on?
Yeah, that motherfucker Shiraz need to be, all them fish and chip motherfuckers need to be banned for a minute. Shit, no more fish and chips in the bodega, man. Fuck out of here.
I got some bars for Shiraz.
Yeah, we'll get to it, but yeah, fuck you.
Damn, mate, you're hating, mate.
Man, fuck them fish and chips motherfuckers.
Man, bros fight with straight bullocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're gonna get into that, straight up. But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's fly? It's Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, preparing for liftoff. What's fly? Are you ready? Special edition.
The additional, the tag team ad lib, I can dig that, you know what I'm saying? Conscious Pilot stays elevated, you dig. And last but certainly not least, yo, we got a guest tonight, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? This is Matt from Brunch Boxing. Some people call me Matt Allen Sheep. I prefer hashtag Mr. One Take, but we gonna get it in tonight. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Matt from Brunch Boxing, man. Welcome, man. We appreciate you making time. I know you're a busy man too, though. But yeah, obviously, we're fans of your platform as well. We had Ezra on here the other time, the last two times, and that's whatnot. So yeah, man. So we're glad to have you on there, man. On here, definitely.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt, though. But yeah, we got a couple things, to go through tonight. Particularly the recap of the Saudi card, and of course the Tank card. And if I'm not mistaken, Brunch Boxing will be in the house for that. But yeah, man, the Saudi card, Turkey, put on a, interesting card in the desert, which is, a very controversial topic in Twitter and elsewhere. Headline by Beterbiev, Bivol 2. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, how did everyone actually watch this? Because I know it started at 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, man. So how did everyone watch this? And I know, Pilot, you watched this. I mean, depending if you missed the fight or not, because you're on the West
Fire Stick boys were outside, but I did miss the first fight. I heard it was a great fight. But
you missed the
best fight.
I suppose that's what I heard. I heard I missed the best fight.
I streamed the shit, but I caught everything. So
me too. I woke up in time and I was like, I woke up a little early. I was like, let me get a little power nap, and then woke up at
Damn, bro.
I woke up during King Zhang Kabayel.
I mean, that's cool, but yeah, you missed the fight. You missed the actual fight of the year candidate, though. That's it.
I'm gonna watch it. So it's not Turkey because I'm gonna watch it after this because it's on. He put on YouTube, right? So I'm definitely gonna catch it. But.
Yeah, the stream's out there, man. Matt, how about you, bro? How'd you watch this? What'd you do?
I watched it through one bloodshot eye. I was up all night the night before, and getting up too early on a Saturday when that's supposed to be my free day. After doing the show, I'm like, I need to get to sleep. So yeah, I was watching it through one eye.
Damn, what time zone are you in?
New York, East Coast. New York.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I make sure because you sound like Pilot because I know Pilot's West Coast. He was like, that's the butt crack of dawn over there for this to start. You know what I'm saying? Shutterworth, what about you?
Man, I have my means. I have my ways. I mean, I don't try to promote that.
Yeah, of course not.
But I'll say like this: the word on the street, the casual take is whenever a fight is on the zone, there's just a certain way that you just watch it, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
I mean, shout outs to gang out there though. Like shout outs, like y'all hold niggas down. Y'all do what it do. But yeah. But yeah, I did see it from the fucking beginning though. There's a lot of fucking boxing, and I don't appreciate how that shit started out late either. Like that shit was supposed to, like I was supposed to see like main like the first main event was supposed to be at like 11:30, 11:45 type shit. That shit started a whole hour later. Like, nah, like I feel like they set that up so we could watch the goddamn fight first.
But it wasn't the pacing was good after. I don't know. Maybe when I caught it from Zane Caballero, it seemed like fight after fight was after. At least after that, it seemed like
pacing was too fucking good, dude. It barely had me. I barely got a chance to fucking like go and heat up food type shit. Like run to the fridge. Like they still gotta control the pacing better. Like it can't be too slow or too fucking fast. Like fucking light the blunt and fucking they changing fights and shit. Damn, like you just look up.
Yeah, but there was no concerts and no extended Turkey speech. You know, there was.
It was better though. I give it that. Like they improved.
You know, but I mean, like I said, I actually watched it. You know, with about 6 or 7 other people. You know, and of course, one of the hosts. You know, he wore a whole thobe and that shit. So you know, he got into the whole character with the Middle Eastern shit and the food.
Y'all niggas winning fucking cosplay the goddamn fighting shit like.
I mean, like I said though, I mean, the shit was live, like you know, if you know, even during the slow parts, we had jokes, so it was cool. So it's like, you know, but yeah, it was. It
probably was liver at y'all crib than the damn Saudi.
Yeah, no,
it was a high school fucking gym that was in. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
But y'all sold the fight over there though.
But it was cool though. But yeah, like I said though, at least this shit that's definitely started off with, you know, a fight that I don't think a lot of us even cared about with Joshua Buatsi and Callum Smith. Like, you know, I got a grudge against Callum Smith for what he did against the Canelo fight. You know, you can't be just getting punched in the arm and not doing nothing back in return. And you know, Buatsi has kind of been spoiling on the vine. Apparently, someone must have went into their dressing rooms and been like, "Look, man, you got to put in like 110%. You know, Turkey will pay you more though, because those two got in the ring, and you know they were swinging like, you know, they went to war, like ebb and flows, hurt multiple times. I know,
worth rate, back and forth, all of that.
Yeah, you know, like they both got busted up. Buatsi was damn near about ready to fall in the final round. You know, with a couple more well placed punches. Like, you know, that always summarizes what I said about 175. Like, some of those cats that we fight like once, and usually when they fight once, it's always these hard fights, and then they're on the shelf for a little bit because, you know, they got put through the ringer. Like 175 really truly represented on this card, and they set this shit off. I was thoroughly impressed. Like that shit properly motivated me to start drinking after watching that fight.
So the column win, I mean, cause I missed it again, as I mentioned. So the column have like a second life performance. Like, damn, okay, Callum Smith, welcome back to the game.
This the best he's looked since goddamn maybe the George Groves fight.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. This fight told me more about Buatsi than Callum Smith. Not taking anything away from Callum Smith, but it shows that Buatsi is not the guy that people thought he was a couple of years ago. He's really not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's definitely regressed, especially from, you know, when he used to fight on those Eddie Mandingo cards, like, you know, but dude, actually, like I said, he hurt Callum Smith multiple times in that fight. Like, it wasn't like, yeah, I mean, sure, his defense was terrible, and he didn't even know how to roll with a punch, but he had Callum Smith like in trouble like multiple times in that fight. Like that power is for real. He just got hit too much. Like actually, they both did.
Yeah, but you could tell Callum like he edged the fight out. Like
he did.
I feel like he won and controlled more rounds.
Yeah, Matt, what did you think about this fight?
You know, that fight was a banger. I really enjoyed the fight. Going into the fight, I didn't really care about it because of the level in the hierarchy that I think both of these guys are at. But I was pleasantly surprised with what I got, and I'm looking forward to see, first of all, how Joshua Buatsi bounces back, and I'm looking forward to see how Callum Smith basically finagles this into one last big payday for him.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, that was some sort of eliminator or interim belt or something like that. So Callum Smith is due some sort of title shot. But yeah, no, Buatsi though. I just hope
it was the WBO interim lightweight heavyweight championship.
Okay, yeah, WBO. So I mean, now obviously, all the belts are in the hands of one man, which we'll talk about in a little bit, though. But yeah, no, Callum Smith though, like he almost redeemed himself because, like I said, because that was a fight that he put himself through the ring and he bled, and he
almost redeemed himself. What the fuck else he got to do? He redeemed himself, nigga.
Sorry, no, but he almost got TKO'd by being punched in the arm, bro. Like I need one more fight, bro. I need just one more fight of that performance, bro.
Well, you ain't gonna get that till like maybe next year, nigga, because this fight was too hard.
I'm sorry, but because I'm 6'3.5", bro. So when I see a 6'3.5" dude get punched in the arm by a 5'7" and not do anything about it, that makes me mad. So like that was a partial redeeming moment for me.
I fucking Larry Merchant ass. What he said after what Devin Alexander beat Batista. He said you said I had some splaining to do, right? Like so what I did. So He's like, yeah, you did some splaining. This nigga Larry.
God bless Larry Merchant.
Oh, God bless him, man. That tough love, man. It's like I don't know. You kind of need that back right now in the sport, though. But that's another story.
But facts, but yeah, no. If there was a way to set off a pay-per-view, that fight was it. So yeah, definitely kudos to both men on that one, man. Like I was like, geez. After I had to crack over the beer, and then the next fight, of course, was the heavy.
So what you drink during the fight, nigga? Shit.
And there was plenty of liquor, bro. I mixed drinks. I had plenty of beers, bro.
No, I'm talking about that fight because you said like that fight made you crack open a beer like afterwards, like.
Yeah.
So like you were drinking that before, like during that fight?
Well, no, because I woke up high and I was kind of still feeling it, so I wanted to chill a little bit.
Damn. Tell me, would you drink a beer before noon, or was it still in the morning?
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? Like that's what it's there for.
I don't know. I thought whenever the fight ended, that's when I started cracking. I don't remember the time.
The fight is at 5 a.m. and there's a beer there, nigga. Like,
it's always happy hour somewhere. And then the next fight was shit. Then the next fight, shit. Perfect fight to be drinking for. Shit.
Yeah, Zhang, Jili Zhang and Ajit Caballero, man. Caballero again. The boogeyman killer. Except this time he's stopping a boogeyman. Like. He's given Boogeyman the first KO losses, and first it was Makhmudov, and then it was Frank Sanchez, and now Zhang, man, and I don't know what's gone into that dude lately. Like, dude basically was in obscurity in Germany for how many fucking years after the Gisura fight, and now he's coming. He's knocking these dudes off one by one. Pause, just for good measure, because this is after 10.
And he's like beating up all these giants, though.
I feel like this one's super because supposedly Frank Sanchez had the leg injury and Makhmudov was never really good. So, I know people say Zhang was old, but still, it was still impressive.
Yeah, but
this was an impressive. This was it. I can't say take anything away from Caballero with this one. This was a very impressive win, and I thought Zhang was going to win. And I'm going to tell you, the first round, when I seen the way that Caballero was reacting to Zhang's shots, I was like, I don't think this is going to end. This is going to last much longer. This might end quickly. And shit, second round, I was completely wrong. Dude operated in Zhang's wheelhouse. Like he took some of them shots. I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know, is this even smart for him to taking these shots? But he was doing that and selling out to go to the body and throwing combinations, things that today's heavyweights do not do. Both things. Like heavyweights do not go to the body these days. I mean, you might see a one-off like Tyson Fury did to Wilder, but they don't throw combinations with intent.
Well, you'll see him go to the body more than you'll see him throw combinations.
That's also true. And Caballero was doing both, and Zhang did not like any of that shit. Like he was uncomfortable. You can see him grimacing because he has a big ass troglodyte head, so you're not gonna hurt him upstairs like that. So it's like you could try, but he can absorb shots. I mean, dude was absorbing Wilder shots. So yeah, going to the body, and dude was just uncomfortable. Like he tried to move, he tried to find some space, but then body shots started zapping him because his conditioning ain't where it needs to be. And the funny things too is like he nearly rescued himself too because he dropped was like a 2-piece that he dropped Caballero with.
That was like a desperation, last-ditch effort.
That was literally his last hurrah. He dropped him. I was like, oh shit, I don't know, the tide might turn right now. And then afterwards, you could see Zhang did nothing to follow up. He couldn't. He couldn't.
Yeah,
he had nothing left. That was his
because
last.
it was a perfect counter shot type of shit. Like
because
the opportunity was too perfect for him not to land that.
And Caballero,
nothing else happened for this nigga.
I feel like Caballero was hurt for the rest of that round too. He was like he had to get his wits right after that. After he got dropped.
I think he kind of. I mean, he's still whipping it, but I think his defense kind of like, okay, look, okay, I have to keep that shit steady because I can't be getting hit with boulders like that again.
Yeah, and I think he was over anxious, like because you saw how bad he missed for him to even get hit with that shit.
Yeah, he did, man. Now that shit was like brutal too. I was like, I put money on Zay too. I'm like, okay, there we go. There's the.
Oh yeah, I forgot. All y'all niggas was on this fucking Zhang train.
Oh no, Shutter called it. I mean, you broke.
I called this fucking fight exactly the way it happened.
You called to the T. Yeah.
The fight even had the little portion where King P was right.
I mean, like I said, if he dropped it, but that was like an oh shit moment. And like, Matt, what did you think?
Because that's what he did say could happen. Like that's the part we was arguing.
But I mean, he called it, about Caballero just being in his chest and not giving him. I mean, except for the first round or whatever, he kind of operated, and close.
I mean, he had to get going, had to get there. Like,
Matt, what did you think about this one? Oh, might have technical difficulties. but yeah, no, it was definitely like that was a hell of a slugfest. And then when I see Zhang take that knee, like bro, just like I think he was on all fours, pause, and then after that he was just like, oh shit, like he didn't want no more of that shit because it was a trip to see him on the canvas like that because he's like his big ass is crawling on the canvas and grimacing in pain, and then his corner damn near had to be like, like 3 or 4 of them had to kind of like gingerly move him to his corner and sit him down type of deal.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Nigga said gently move him to his corner. Like they was moving a big like tree sloth or something out the way, like a big whale or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, he was moving like he was moving all sensitive. So I was like, geez, like, I was like, damn, like them ribs got tenderized. So did the belly or whatever. And
he's probably never been hit like so many times repeatedly, just anywhere, really, because he was getting hit head and body. Like, yeah, Caballero work rate's impressive. Like, I feel like he's the heavyweight. Like, who, like if Usyk wants to stay undefeated, like, he don't need to fight Caballero. Like, Caballero just seems like he don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, how Usyk beats all these giant motherfuckers. Caballero kind of does it more impressively.
Although I would like to see him against someone, I mean, like a mover, like someone who has actual footwork and stuff like Usyk, just to see what he can actually do.
Parker Caballero would be the perfect fight to make, right? I mean, really, it would be at this point. It'd be like the perfect
fight. But goddamn, it's like they both. That's the thing about undisputed fight, like.
But they both deserve a title shot. So I mean,
yeah, like.
Yeah, it's basically because I know now because he has the WBO interim belt, so. The WBO has been wanting a fight with that and Usyk just to kind of consolidate that shit. So we're gonna see if depending if the WBO forces the issue, because I mean obviously of course if Usyk doesn't fight, if it turns out WBO orders that Usyk doesn't fight him, then bam, Caballero's heavyweight champion, and he would earn it. Like I wouldn't say nothing. Like yeah, dude, dude's been beating up people like he's been beating up shit. Let him rock as champion. I wouldn't care. But yeah, Caballero though, that dude is a problem. You know, like his career arc is just too crazy to me, though. But yeah, that was just a hell of a fight, bro. Like
power, work rate.
Yeah,
like he has recovery skills. Like that's why it was great. Pilot posted the video last week, so like that fight that told me right there. I was like, yeah, he weathered this storm. Like came back, started beating the dude ass in the same round, type shit. Like, yeah, man. Like, Caballero is a fucking problem. Like,
yeah, I mean, honestly, because usually German heavyweights are usually flawed for a lot of different reasons. Like, you know, like fucking Manuel Char and them. Like, you know, they're terrible fighters, but this dude is bucking the trend. Like, you know, Germany is, you know, like so. You know, Germany may actually get a heavyweight champion soon. So,
yeah, because he's a matchup that's kind of like the commentary. Oh, the commentary was trash. Like. But that's another thing. But they was kind of making him seem like he was a small dude. But they're like, you know, he's like 6'3", he's a smaller man. I'm like, God damn, dude, what world we living in when 6'3" is just a small motherfucker? Like,
well, see, no, I remember I used to call Big Baby Anderson a small, and you're like, no, but compared to Bacoli, he was small. Yeah,
but I feel like when you're 6'3" in a land full of giants, we're talking about niggas who 6'6" and 6'8", 6'9". 6'3" is like enough height where you have like leverage. Like you have enough. Like you're not too small, you're not too big where you're clumsy, but you're just there. Where remember you had Chris Bird having to fight niggas at 6'8" and shit, and he's just fucking 6 feet. Remember Tyson with 5'11" fighting motherfuckers 6'4" and shit.
Yeah, and now jabbing him too. But that's, you know, we've talked about Tyson's skill set and him. You know.
Yeah. So this guy, he's like the perfect kind of, because these guys they ain't in the shape they need to be in. So he kind of beats him in that department where he can keep up a good pace.
Right.
And he just overwhelms nigga, and he has enough power. He works the body combination. Like you'd have to spar light heavyweights and cruiserweights to get ready for dude.
Facts, you know. So yeah, Caballero, like I said, man, I look forward to his fights. Because like I said, you know, dude is a threat to Usyk, to a Dubois. He's a threat to
everybody.
Anybody. He's arguably a top 5 heavyweight at minimum right now.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's about time. Like he's up there.
He deserves. Yeah, I can say he's top 5. Yeah, he might.
Yeah, that's why I said
he's a fucking problem though.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I look forward to, you know, to his next fight, whatever that might be.
Oh, hold on, but let me say this. Speaking of next fight, like right now, like if you've been watching the card from the get-go, you've been chilling, Robin. The card is on fire right now, because
yes, sir.
Buatsi Smith had me ready to go. Then the KO for this was crazy, like 'cause I knew this was gonna happen. So I'm just like lit now. So yeah, next fight.
Yeah, next fight though was the one that I thought would actually be the fight of the year candidate, and most people thought too. So I'm not alone in this, you know, with Israel Madrimov and Virgil Ortiz, or Victor Ortiz, as motherfuckers kept on calling him, like
B-Hop. You're a promoter, you know, because B-Hop is kind of a promoter. B-Hop said that shit twice.
B-Hop said that shit. Like everyone, it's like, yo, Virgil. Yeah, Victor Ortiz is the struggle that, you know, is the struggle fighter that's fighting on some obscure card that I don't think even the Zone is even airing. So it's like, come on.
Hold on, he's actually still fighting?
I think it's Floyd's last night. That's Floyd's last knockout, really. I mean, Connor.
At this point, they gonna feel like damn Ortiz just jumped into the damn left hook. like that African video I sent you on IG, nigga.
Yep. I saw that shit.
Jump into the slap.
Oh man, Matt, are you back yet? Yo, what did you think about Madrimov and Virgil Ortiz?
No, he definitely got to be here for like to talk about Tank though.
Oh yeah,
I gotta hear y'all niggas go at it.
Yeah, no, but just having technical difficulties, but all good. He wasn't very impressed with Madrimov, so I know that.
Yeah, I don't think
nobody should be, man. Like, let's go. Like, Madrimov is over fucking rated, man.
I don't think he's overrated, but I thought in this fight, like the footwork gave him problems, but what he didn't do, like It just seems, I don't know what it is. He seems to have problem turning his defense into offense, and I don't know why that was a problem with this guy. Like, he did the thing with Crawford. Like he hit Crawford enough to actually, to give him trademarks, and he hit Ortiz hard enough to know that Ortiz's eyes were raccoons, like raccoon eyes.
I think Madrimov just punches good. Like,
I mean, the first three.
If he punched more, like he'd be battering niggas.
His punch selection's ass. Madrimov's punch selection is, I don't know what it is. The way he decides to throw punches or what he throws at whenever he wants to throw it. It's kind of, I don't know if it's a low IQ for a fighter like that, but like I don't know what the hell is.
He throws unorthodox, he throws a lot of overhands, and he throws that corkscrew punch that Triple G uses a lot. Like Triple G used that punch for a reason.
A nice overhand, but it's like, bro, you're not doing enough. You're not.
He lacks confidence in something, bro. He don't believe in himself.
It's probably the amateur, being in the Amis too long. I mean, shouts out to Virgil. I'm a Bud stan, so I ain't gonna be mad about nothing about this card. But Virgil did a great job. Virgil deserved the victory, but clearly.
Yeah, no, I'll say this though. I'll give Virgil. Because he didn't get discouraged from all that moving around and shit that Madrimov was doing. Like he was like, okay, look, I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna go to the body. I'm gonna just grind out, just grind it out and then let it take hold.
Because that's kind of what Virgil does. Like Virgil is like I would say he's one of those guys. His game plan, his adjustments are fight harder. And in this case,
exactly,
it made a lot of sense because it was just okay. All right, you know what?
Virgil actually had come on, bro.
I mean, the first three. I mean,
you make this nigga sound like he's Devin Alexander.
No, but he has a lot of fight harder to him. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, let me just when things aren't okay, I'm gonna just up the pressure, just up the work rate, pressure him more, and it worked for this one because
I'm saying the first 4 rounds. It was probably 3-1 Madrimov. No, something like that.
Yeah, no, it was. No, Madrimov was like I said. The punches that Madrimov did land, like it affected Ortiz. Like Ortiz's eyes.
The first 3 rounds, the first 3 rounds, Ortiz wasn't hitting shit. It was looking kind of like the move.
He was hot shot. He was winning doing the bare minimum with that style. But this is the thing with Madrimov. Like he seemed like he's versatile and he could do a bunch of shit, but he's just a jack of all trades, athletic, talented guy. Like he can't really focus on one particular strategy or style to make it work long enough for him to win fights on the top fucking level.
And the worst thing with his style, and I've always mentioned this, even in the wins, is like once because he can't keep it up for 12 rounds. Eventually, in the latter half of the fights, he starts to fade.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I said all the time, and that's his biggest flaw.
And he burns a lot of that's nervous energy. If you want to be honest, like. He burned it up in Crawford in a different way. Mm-hmm. Like with Crawford, he burned it up just waiting. And he fucking just, that fries him and he faints and waits, pulls back, goes forward, all that edging and inching and backing and forth bullshit. He's burning up mentally. With Ortiz, he's burning himself mentally and physically because he's moving. He's like, I know I'm faster than this guy. I probably hit harder. I'm naturally bigger.
Right.
And he just like, nigga, just decide on something.
Yeah, and basically it just turned into like a whole type of a chess match, depending, some people liked it, some people didn't. Like, I mean, I was neutral to it because I just wanted to see like what would actually take hold. And what took hold was Virgil's body shots. The body shots wore Madrimov down, and then you can see Madrimov start to labor. And because and Ortiz just by that time, like P said, he fights harder. Like
yeah, those body shots.
And it got
it's an avalanche, real. Like it's just a snowball, just collecting momentum, and then
those body shots were definitely adding up. Like Pat said, those body shots were just accumulating over time. It felt like,
especially against a nervous nigga that keep fucking moving.
Yeah. And then Madrimov though was forced to, and I will say this, Madrimov did like, okay, look, he stopped all the moving. He really tried to throw hands like in the last like 3 rounds. Like he really, like but unfortunately they weren't straight punches. They were just overhands, like weird corkscrew overhands, and that Triple G corkscrew punch. Like it was like no straight punches. He wasn't.
Dude, this felt like I was watching a video game where a nigga finally can't run no more because he got like the stamina depleted.
Yeah.
And he got like the small, his shit is like orange. And he don't know like the moves of the character. So he just started just doing a couple of flashy moves like fucking like fireballs, fucking this, that. Like nigga just doing random corkscrew punches, random uppercuts, like random overhands. Like there's no fucking rhyme or reason to Madrimov. Like,
other than fighters, he thinks that most fighters won't expect it, which is true in a way. But when you're doing that out of desperation, I think Ortiz was already locked in. Ortiz already knew what he was expecting. So like you could have done that shit earlier earlier when you're in the fight, but not at that time where Ortiz was like you could tell Ortiz was already locked in. Like he knew what he had to do.
See, he was supposed to like a guy like see Madrimov need to like really like watch some Freitas and Keith Thurman
and some Triple G
and some Triple G and some fucking Triple G.
No, but I see it Thurman because Thurman was a better mover with purpose, right? But I could see him. Yeah, some Thurman would help him with like Thurman.
Yeah, like all of those, because this is the thing. Like at the end of the day, if Thurman can't really move, he still has the pedigree where he can walk you down and box. Seen that in the Pacquiao fight, he made the adjustment. Like Madrimov, like and you could tell, like Madrimov punches hard enough where he gives you respect. He can mark you up. He can really force certain things to happen if he punch consistently, but he doesn't. So it's like niggas pick up on that he doesn't know what he wants to really do.
He doesn't have an identity. Somebody doesn't have an identity in the ring.
He doesn't really have an identity. Like he's a perfect person. Where I mean, like when I know when me and Ezra was going back and forth with the goddamn ring generalship. And how you can't like, and how you have to like, if you score seriously, like you have to use it to score. Mm-hmm. Like if you didn't score ring, like Madrimov fights like a guy who doesn't believe in ring generalship. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
It does.
Like he literally fights like a guy who just only punching is the only thing that counts. Because he literally doesn't. He's literally not effective if he doesn't punch.
What's that lion nigga in Tekken? The nigga in Tekken that be dancing too much?
Oh, you said the capoeira?
Yeah.
You told Eddie Gordo?
Eddie Gordo, yeah.
Nah, Eddie Gordo raw, but Eddie Gordo would have fucking kicked Ortiz and Crawford 20 times, but the amount of times Madrimov would have fainted. Like, all this nigga either gonna faint or fucking run. But hold on, let me hit the comments real quick. I see
Word.
I don't want to be disrespectful here. Hey, what up, Rob? What it do? Salute, Rain Gang, man. You know what it is. And special guest Matt from Brunch Boxing. You know what it is. Madrimov has some mental blocks for sure. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, salute Android. Like, he got all the tools, bro. Like I said it in the tweet, man. Like, Madrimov has like A-level skills, A-level talent. He has all the attributes.
I don't know if he has A-level talent. I think
he does have
he has A-level talent, bro. Like the shit he pulls, the shit he does, like you see it early in his career. He definitely has A-level talent. But the way he executed on a C+ level, so it's so streaky and up and down, like the nigga's like he's like Ricky Davis for basketball, or like a nigga where you see like, yo, this motherfucker, if he's on his game, he's supposed to give you like 20, 24 and 10 every night type shit.
Right.
Martavius Bryant, like, you know, one of those wide receivers that were a beast.
No, keep it basketball, nigga. You're losing me.
But yeah, no,
keep it basketball.
I'll say that I just think that
J.R. Smith.
He's a guy that he has some talent. But it's just like you'll see it sometimes, but like he's an in spurts type of guy. Like you'll get 3 rounds out of him where it's like, okay, this guy has the tools, but he just can't put it consistently. He can't create consistent offense enough. So he's always gonna lose to these top level guys because of that. That's always gonna be his downfall, and it's
because he doesn't even know how to fight like a guy who knows he can only fight in spurts. Like say what you want about Berto. But he kind of understood his limitations somewhat. It's just when he fought too long to the point where he couldn't even fight in spurts, then that's when it's like it's over. But Berto literally would just beat you with athletic spurts until you just couldn't take the combinations no more, or he sparked you out.
It wasn't a combination. It was just because he was explosive. Like he had explosive power, but I don't think he was really I mean, he throw.
No, he wasn't like a combination. Like when I say combination, like he would explode maybe with a 1-2, back you up. It's like the whole. It's almost like a combination of speed, power. Like it's like he blitzes you.
Yeah.
But they're like a stream of blitzes. Like it may not be like a combination where he's hitting you like a Zab Judah combination, but it's a blitz of speed where it's a quick fast one, it's another quick fast two, or it's another quick fast one. Like and that could be a lot to deal with every 30 seconds, every 45 seconds if you don't have the composure.
Y'all see that excuse? He said he was sick. I can't even. Come on, man.
Yeah. I'm tired of Madrimov, yo. Like I'm glad Virgil Ortiz Sr. like kind of just spilled the real shit and was like, okay, what about Virgil? What about Virgil? You know, and he's going through this. He's going to like, dude, like stop being a sore loser, nigga. Like you like we've seen niggas going through more shit, fight harder than you did, bro. Like you was a 4-round fighter, nigga. This was like Laura Canelo, but with better pressure fighting. Like literally, like Ortiz is a stalking demon, cut off the ring perfectly with adjustments. Yup. And when he faint, he had a reason to faint. It wasn't no just fucking losing his mind, sugar face.
That was real impressive. That was real impressive performance by Ortiz. Like that was a great win. I feel like.
Yo, do the poll topic real quick before we move on, so we could just get that out the way, if you don't mind, cuz.
When Chris Brand, does he beat Conwell, Zayas, or Backroom, or Bohacek? I mean, like I said, he is 50-50 with. Well, not.
No, he beat. Wait, didn't he beat Bohacek?
No, he didn't. He was supposed to face him, but he was.
Oh, that's the one that canceled. Okay, my bad. My apologies.
Yeah, I mean, at best he's 50-50 with all of these guys. Zayas, maybe he might actually have the edge because Zayas is still.
You beat the fuck out of Zayas, yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Zayas is not 50-50.
Conwell doesn't fight enough, so yeah. But anyway, I got the Twitter poll right here. Who looked better against Israel Madrimov? Virgil Ortiz, Bud Crawford, or both looked mid? We got 25 votes so far, and 40% said Virgil Ortiz looked better, 36% said Bud looked better, and 24% said both looked mid. I thought Virgil definitely looked better.
Yeah.
That's crazy, Bud. I'm a Bud guy, but that's crazy. Bud made 30. Maybe just by his name.
I mean, score-wise, the only difference.
Niggas be standing low key, bro.
I mean, score-wise, the only difference between both fights is one card was 116-112. The other card for Virgil was 117-111. The other two cards were both 115-113.
Yeah, I mean, Bud didn't. I mean, obviously Bud's darker, but there wasn't much trademarks. There wasn't much trademarks. Ortiz has trademarks on his face. So
Madrimov trademarked both of these guys. There's no question about it. But Virgil Ortiz, I think Crawford had to rally to win. Or Virgil didn't have to.
Yeah, because Crawford he needed to win rounds 11 and 12. Like that was a true 115-113 type of fight, chess match type of fight where, like, I feel like Crawford could have pressed him a little earlier, but I think he was a little wary of like Madrimov's explosiveness.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing, because Madrimov was able to fight his fight for all 12 rounds with Crawford. Madrimov had to.
And that really ain't his fight, though.
Yeah.
Like, because honestly, Madrimov should have moved and jumped around. That would have probably threw off Crawford.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of took, like, that's it goes back to damn Madrimov not really having an identity, because the time where he should have fought Ortiz like how he fought Crawford, and fought Crawford like how he fought Ortiz, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because basically, you would have took like a Keith Thurman approach to Crawford and used his damn app use his athleticism, the speed, the power, to kind of be explosive on Crawford. Crawford ain't fight nobody explosive in like what, Gamboa, nigga?
Yeah, Gamboa is because Gamboa was the only person that actually had a stanky leg, like really stanky leg.
Yeah, but Gamboa has speed, which Madrimov has, and he has the angles, all of that shit. Yeah. Like, it would have been better for him to sell out 4 or 5 rounds like that, just hands low, all of that shit. Like, fuck that nigga. Like, this, attack this motherfucker. Like, Crawford wasn't expecting that shit, but you playing his game, getting into all the goddamn feints, and you just burning up energy until Crawford realized, like, yeah, it's getting kind of close. I need to just show people I'm better than you, and fuck it. And once Crawford started attacking this nigga, Radjimov, he fell apart.
Yeah.
He loses. Ortiz, fight was already won by the goddamn 9th round.
Yeah.
10th round.
So, yeah, I mean, definitely kudos to him. Like, I mean, Ortiz, like I said, I mean, I'm glad now. I mean, of course, you know, it's a shame that we didn't get to see like a prime performance from him at 147 though. But 154, like now, like I'll say, like people can't hide from him anymore. Like, you know, imagine what, like, I mean, whether it's Crawford or someone or Fundora or somebody like
it's first time. Hopefully, he stays healthy. I mean, I'm hoping he stays healthy because you know he's an American. He got the superstar Texas thing going, so. Just stay healthy. Just hopefully stay healthy.
No, I'm sorry. Crawford Ortiz is a mega fight in Texas. Like, let's not downplay this. Like, honestly, that's a fight. That's a legacy fight at fucking 154 at Texas, and not even just Crawford. Even if Jamel want to come back, like, hey,
Jamel, that's one.
That's a good fight. Like. Bring Ortiz back to Texas and have him put in work in Texas. That's a big fight. Like, that'll sell out Dallas, all that shit.
Yeah. Now, with Madrimov, like I said, though, Madrimov is, like I said, most people think he's not an easy look at 154. Like, you have to, like, both Crawford and Ortiz, even though they won, they still got put through a lot. Like, he's still, like, Madrimov, though, like, I mean, he's gonna have a harder time trying to find people to fight because there are people that are not gonna want to deal with that. And it's
dude, but fucking Bachram would knock him the fuck out.
And it's Bachram, Bahachuk, like, I mean, he's still 50-50 with all these guys like that Chris.
I definitely pick it. Like, Ortiz and Bachram is like 50-50, but Bachram and Madrimov, nah. Bachram will piece his nigga up from the outside. He ain't gonna wait all day. And if that nigga, he'll line him up and time him, and motherfucker just start jumping and doing stupid shit. So, I mean, bad style for him.
I mean, I'd say Madrimov probably needs somebody. Like, I'd say Madrimov might need like a Roy Jones, like someone who can actually try to tame his athleticism a little bit and try to teach him to be, you know, might try to tweak a little bit of his style. Like Roy's been hanging around with a lot of Euros lately, like, you know.
Yeah, if not, then get him in there with like a. Yeah, I feel like even a camp with John Pascal will help him, bro. Like, he need all the help he could get. Like, if Roy busy, call up Pascal.
No, he's in a bad spot though, right? I mean, he's really in a bad spot because you were a champion, you headlined against Crawford, you lost your belt, you know, as like 11-10 fights, but now you lost again. So now it's like, you know, what and now your style isn't very crowd friendly in a sense, right? So,
and that's his fault. Like,
yeah. So it's kind of,
but he's lucky though. Turkey actually likes him. So I mean, he's always gonna have a spot on the Riyadh season card.
Well, I mean, you gotta win the next fight. You gotta win the opening.
Yeah, he gotta win or look better. Like, you know, see, this is the thing. What's happening now is he's not looking like he's gonna sell out against the top of the top. Like, with it seemed like Madrimov leaves stuff in the ring. Like, it always felt like he could do more. Like, it didn't feel like he did enough in the Crawford fight. Damn sure ain't doing enough in the Ortiz fight. Do we really want to keep seeing this nigga on these cards, yo? Like, put him back on a matchroom card. Let him, you know, build himself back up on the undercard, fighting somebody less threatening or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say. I mean, but either way, I mean, I think Madrimov at least correct because 154, like he's still in a competitive division. So,
like, he'll beat Zayas, but then I don't know because if Zayas is confident, if Zayas fucking just.
Zay's got a high work rate. Zay's got a real high work rate, you know.
So and it's like, bro, like Madrimov right now is 50 kind of even with Zayas.
No, it's at least 60-40 for him. Like Zayas needs better wins at 154 at least. Or at least
if they fought next, Madrimov is supposed to win, but I don't know if he opens up as a favorite. Like I can't pick, like, gun to my head. I don't know if I can't pick Madrimov to beat Zayas right now.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah,
I've seen him too much at the level. Like he's always lacking something. He don't know what moves to put in on the fucking controller. Like he throws fireballs when he should dragon punch. He trying to freeze when he should be damn doing the uppercut. Like, bro, like, just give it up, nigga. Put down the controller. Like,
yeah, but
give somebody else the sticks.
Yeah, speaking of
fighters, like maybe fight Conwell, nigga.
Yeah, speaking of fighters though, who probably do need a style overhaul or something, you know, fucking the next fight with fucking Hamza Shiraz and Carlos Adames. Oof, yeah. It was by far one of the worst fights I ever watched. I was about to say it was because it was
momentum.
It was almost like Vlad and Bragimov levels of bad. I was like, geez, or Bird TOS bad levels of bad. Like, come on, like, what the fuck? Now this one was the fight where I was expecting an exciting KO. Like, the only thing in my mind when I put this bet was a Shiraz KO. That was the only thing. Like, that's the only thing I could see.
There was literally nothing exciting about this fight, let alone an exciting KO. Nothing about this fight was exciting.
The exciting thing to me in this fight was Turkey running around trying to fix.
This was a snooze fest. This was a fucking snooze.
Right?
Literally put me to sleep.
I know a couple of people that said that they fell asleep during this fight.
Yeah, like at the party I was at, like one of the cats I was talking to, because this is after we ate. Dude took a snooze in the chair, like he had to take that power nap, as he said. Yeah, it was such a bad fight. Like, I was just lucky that I was drinking, because like I should have passed.
The fight was so boring. I didn't give a damn if Adames was robbed or not. Like, bro.
I'm trying to be the beacon of hope here. I don't know if it was because Shiraz kind of was bad, but I did enjoy the head movement of Adames. You know, he was making a miss or whatever.
Nigga, he wasn't throwing. That's the problem. Like,
bro. Like, look, if we on this Larry Merchant shit, we gotta just go all the way with it. Like, he wasn't making them pay, nigga. Like. All that missing, and I don't give a fuck. You just having a tantrum to me, nigga.
Yo, did see Turkey, like, you down 2 rounds. You saw that bullshit.
Turkey. Yeah. I mean, Turkey was.
Right,
and keep in mind, Turkey and Frank Warren were shitting bricks. They were sitting there watching this shit. Like, what? They're like, what the fuck is this?
That shit.
If Adames would have, if this is another example of effort winning fights, and I know sometimes it sounds simple when we be like, "Damn, nigga, fight harder." But a lot of times, if you just fucking fight harder, that's the difference between fucking a draw or a loss or a win. Yeah. Because Adames, if he would have really got his offense going and not just trying to just you know, and had bigger offensive moments, you could really make a case for him winning. Like, and I mean, you can make a case for him winning now, but maybe he would have fucking actually won.
I thought he won the fight.
He won the fight. I'm not saying I feel bad for him, but he won the fight.
No, he won. I thought he won too, but the thing is, he could have actually won. Like,
yeah, like the score that they announced for.
He would have made the corruption look more blatant.
Yeah. Like the score that was announced from 118-110, that was a score. That was fine with that score. Like that's what he did, because Hamza didn't do nothing than doing a stupid jab every now and then. Like, and it was like, and the announcer was like, "Oh, what a stiff jab this was!" Like, come on.
But I will say that
it was trying hard.
I feel
at least the stream that I was watching, they were fucking glazing Shiraz. Like,
Shiraz was getting glazed up by these commentators.
And then the other thing was I was crying. Like, I don't know what stream I was watching, but the dude, when Adames was walking into the ring, he was like, you know, Adames is highly regarded in America. What? By who? The fuck? What?
Well,
that threw me off too. I didn't hear that. That shit
Like by who? What? Nobody thinks highly of Adames. Like you just.
I mean, maybe the Dominican boxing channels, nigga. I don't know.
I mean, some of the PBC fans, some of the PBC fans were trying to show some,
No.
But
Nobody fucks with Adames.
I mean, I'll say this though, because they were talking about Shiraz.
He's talented though. He is quality, but like no one really fuck with him like that.
Yeah, like I mean, I would say for Shiraz, like, and the people were calling him the Arabic Tommy Hearns. Nigga felt like the Arabic Andre Durrell. Come on, bro. Like,
honestly, I felt like he was insulting Andre Durrell with that.
No, sure.
No, I mean, because you remember that one Andre Durrell fight where dude fought exactly how Shiraz fight, bro, and he stunk it out.
What, the Curtis Stevens fight?
Hell yeah, nigga.
I remember I was getting braided up at that during that fight. That shit,
yeah.
Which was like almost wanted to fucking like, yo, why are we watching this? I'm like, I missed it earlier, like.
Yeah, I was pissed too. I watched that shit live. I was like, what the? I was like, what the hell? Because it's like, what is he doing? Like, come on, like, fight.
Oh, so I know it had to be worse live because I watched it like on the damn. I think I recorded it earlier and I was watching it. And that's worse, watching a bad fight that you missed.
Yep. Yeah, I was an Andre Durrell fan, but I was like, come on, what are you doing? Like, and that was the vibe that Shiraz was giving me. Like,
I don't like to see no tall motherfucker run from some nigga shorter than me.
Shiraz ain't going distance since 2018 on the KO streak since he's been at 160, 7-0, 7 KOs. But it showed levels. It showed like. I know Adames, I call him Adames, and he's, but it showed there's clear levels in boxing, and you weren't good enough to be in this title fight. Clearly, you weren't good.
Yeah, I refuse to believe that Patrick Teixeira is the only person that can beat Carlos Adames. I refuse to believe this. Like, this is starting to annoy me.
Remember they bailed him out with the J-Rock fight. That's why all the people damn boo-hooing for Adames. I'm just like, hey, man, like. Sometimes the boxing gods have to balance the universe sometimes, like.
Yep, that's also true. But
the J-Rock fight didn't end. A part of the reason why people was really looking for Shiraz to beat the fuck out dude is because of the J-Rock fight.
Yeah, and Shiraz though, it's like if this was supposed to be like like he's a whole Riyadh season like
ambassador.
Yeah, I mean in the comment, Chris Brandon.
He was supposed to like show his ass on this fight, bro. And
that was supposed to be the highlight reel KO. That was supposed to be the highlight reel KO that you get viral, you become a UK household name, but UK middleweight champion,
Yeah, he really was, but he let Caballel and
WBC belt too, right?
And Tony and Parker take that KO the night from
take that shine. But it's just like on the silver platter, you're 6'3", fucking tall ass Muslim dude, UK. You had all the green platter, WBC belt against a champion. You should be able to KO, and you just weren't good enough.
Yeah, it was just so bad, and like a judge that saw that shit 115, 113 Shiraz should never judge again. Just like the dude that found that scored Buatsi Smith 119, 110, which that didn't exist for anybody in that fight. Like there was and then the draw.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, it was like honestly, like I was like, Adames won so wide to me. It was like it was whatever. Yeah, it sucked that he got robbed, but it's like again, I refuse to believe that someone cannot beat Carlos Adames. I truly cannot believe that.
All his fights just look like everybody could be doing more.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then
this was the run of the fucking stinker fights. Right.
That was basically
I was just about to keep me like we on it because I was just about to say that. Like that fight made me really feel like you don't really need more than 5 fights on a card because out of 7 you had one real dud, which was Shiraz Adames, and Shakur Padlock or Padley.
This nigga said Padlock.
that was cool. That fight kind of woke me back up and got me into
Padley, Padlock, Patty Cake. Doesn't matter. That fucking.
I mean,
I was entertained by that fight though, low key. Like I don't want to say that was a bad fight. That was more like if you're a Shakur Stevenson fan, that might be a great fight.
It wasn't supposed to be good. Hell,
it was an average fight for me. Like,
yeah, I'll say too. I think people woke up because as much as people get on Shakur Stevenson about his fighting, people do want to see him fight. So I think that's what kind of got people back into the card. Like, especially
again, Padley was trying though. Honestly, I haven't seen Shakur get hit clean in a minute, and I think Padley's speed kind of threw off Shakur. Like, I think, and no one's really talking about that or really saying.
Padley won the first round clear too. I mean,
he won 2 rounds. After 5 rounds, it was 3. It was legitimately 3-2 Shakur.
Yeah, because I don't think Shakur really fought anybody as fast as Padley before. Like, Padley is a quick motherfucker. Like, you could tell Shakur had to adjust to the speed and the explosiveness. But honestly, it's kind of shame. It just makes me feel like, damn, if Padley had a real camp and really trained for this fight and had a set strategy, we might have probably got a distance or a real much better fight, because he wasn't afraid to attack.
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing. Yeah, that's not a good thing.
No, honestly, it's not a good thing. How, if you're a Shakur fan, because now it makes it seem like Shakur ain't as good as he's supposed to be.
Exactly.
I'm saying it's good as a boxing fan, because we're getting to see somebody get pushed against somebody who actually young, talented, undefeated. Yeah, that's the bummer part of this. We're not ever going to want to see this fight again. But we was robbed of what this fight could have been if we saw it on even terms, is what I'm basically saying. Padley had all the attributes except power.
Except power, yeah. And I can dig what you say too, because Padley, he tried hard too, but because eventually, I mean, Padley in the interview said that Shakur wasn't hurting him to the head though, because there were moments where Shakur was letting 3-punch combinations and snapping that dude's head back. You don't get snapped. Your head doesn't snap back like that just from light punches. We watch Paulie Malignaggi fights. It doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But
that never discouraged him though. All these other niggas, the De Los Santos, this nigga, that, whatever the fuck these niggas is, they were discouraged. They was all having the damn silent treatment, the silent contract.
Right, no. But the body shot,
Padley wasn't having that shit. He was fuck this wanker. I done fought tougher dogs jumping over gates trying to do electricity, nigga. This ain't shit, bro. And that's what we kind of wanted. So I do feel that's what I felt like Schofield was originally supposed to do and bring.
Because he had the youthful energy, the athleticism, and the power too. To at least say, okay, can he just use the attributes and find a way to make shit hot for Shakur? I mean, that's why people were pissed that he didn't fight the Cuban cat that had 16-0 and 14 knockouts, because it was he has, they wanted him to fight someone with some power.
But see, then again, it's now you have to look at temperament, because you can have all that power and all these knockouts, but if a little speedy nigga slap you a few times, are you just gonna fucking give up, or are you gonna want to get your lick back?
Right.
Padley wanted to get his lick back. These other niggas, they act like they don't want to get their lick back. I'ma just be honest. It's not just the speed of Shakur you got to deal with, and the foot speed. You gotta be you gotta have the mentality. You're not gonna be the defensive guy if you don't have that I want my lick back mentality. Because that means you'll get slapped up, tagged, and you'll just be whatever, and just keep methodically just, yo, you need to have a scrappy mentality where you're oh shit, fuck this nigga.
Yeah, right.
I don't care if you miss a dozen times, you gonna fucking, I'd rather see a nigga like Chris Eubank swing wildly and miss for 12 rounds against George Groves than a nigga just march you down and not fucking do anything. Mm-hmm. And just try So that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the fight did go a little longer than I wanted it to. I mean, it ended in 9. But I get it. Shakur just needed to get some work in, and Padley wasn't ranked. He wasn't ranked. He was ranked higher than Schofield. So, so it was like ends justify a means though. But only
the next fight showed you what you do to a fucking late replacement.
Now before we go to that one though, I have to say that my only concern with Shakur is Shakur's hand. Like they showed him his hand in the ice bucket again. Like
he grimaced. He hurt his hand. He grimaced bad. He got hurt.
Yeah, like I'd say this though, Shakur may need to really look at the gloves he uses, and he needs to find someone that can probably wrap hands a little better than whoever's been doing it.
I get better tape, gauze, something like. There's gotta be something he can research and do to.
I mean, Floyd's his big bro, right? Can't you talk to Floyd? Floyd had, the hand issues.
He in the UK all the time. Go whatever pub fucking Joe Calzaghe at, nigga. Shit. Cause Joe Calzaghe had. Like, and I know both of these niggas got 40-something, like, bunch of fucking fights for brittle hands, yo.
Yeah. But I will say, I do want to get out real quick, pause. The electrician jokes with Padley and all that were corny. It was funny, but corny. But I will say, I do want to see him back, like whether it be against a Schofield or Andy Cruz, like either guy. I want to see Padley fight either of those guys. I would love to see him back. You know what I'm saying?
I do want to see Padley fight again. Like
Andy Cruz or Schofield, the whole Schofield situation. That'd be a good fight. Schofield versus Padley or Andy Cruz. That's formidable.
Yeah, I will say this. I mean, Padley did say that the money that he got paid can allow him to be a full-time boxer. He doesn't have to work the electrician's job, at least for now. So it's very likely. I mean, Turkey's gonna bring him back because Turkey like this, like the fact that he filled in on 4 days' notice. So he'll be back soon. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
And imagine he did this while probably worked this fucking half his shift at work.
Yeah, and made weight too. On top of that too, because
Turkey got him a house. Turkey supposed to got him a house too.
Which is great. On top of that, I think we got what I saw was like 500Ks or something. I'd say there's reported that he made.
Reported, but I feel like those reports are like, I don't know.
A lot of times those are like bare minimums or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he made. I'm sure he definitely made more than that, just because just for the fact it was a title shot, and then Turkey kind of overpays these guys.
But even then, like 500K is fucking money.
Yeah, of course it is. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like we're sometimes we kind of get ahead of us. Because remember, a UFC fighter killed for that shit.
Yeah, they killed
500K, like nigga, I would have did it for 200K and a goddamn Uber back and forth to the event. Like,
I mean, shit. Reportedly, in the course of the next fight too, like one Martin Bacoli definitely stepped in on 2 days' notice, and reportedly got a big payday himself. Like, because dude was in the malls the day after buying designer clothes and shit. Seriously, he put a whole video out on his Twitter, like he was out there, like he was buying shit, bro. Like, he spent.
I mean, I'm happy for him. It just, I hate how these guys' careers get like jeopardized for that though. Like, cause.
But I will say this though,
it's like you're kind of selling you're selling the L.
I mean, I will say this though. Until the knockout, though, he made Parker very uncomfortable. Like he was hurting Parker.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, that's 2 fights back to back where the late replacement showed. Like, goddamn, like if these niggas would have really trained, and we would have had a good fight on our hands.
This fight just let me know that Dubois would have beaten Parker if he didn't get sick. I'm 100% sure of that. That Parker would have lost to Dubois. Probably would have got knocked out too. That's just me.
Yeah,
I truly believe that.
Yeah, that's what I mean, Bacoli and Dubois punch hard as fuck. So, but it was just like I was like, geez, like ever since
Dubois would have had the work rate behind the power too. Like Bacoli, he's more explosive with it because he just the combination punching.
And he can knock you out with an arm punch, which is like
Yeah, like and he throw more, like he versatile, like he throws shots under, over, like uppercuts, hooks, smashes.
He had like his work rate ain't that super high, but he can throw combinations. Like bro will light you up with a combination. He'll hurt you with an uppercut, and then he'll hit you with something like a 2-2-1 or 2-2-3 something, like bro.
Yeah.
Bro be hitting some wild ass.
Yeah, he be hitting some numbers. He hit you with a 4-3-2, a 4-1 type. Oh man, like that's some shit where you go to the gym high and you just be like, yeah.
Like or 3-1-3s and shit. Like that's
but honestly, I tell everybody like it's good to practice those combinations, like because sometimes they'll throw people off, especially if they're reading like normal attacks. Like if you have an autopilot combo that's just obscure, like everyone needs that because that could save your life. Like you see how Cotto would throw the jab after the damn 1-2 on Floyd, and that shit was fucking Floyd up because like you're not really expecting that hard jab after rolling a 1-2.
And of course, you know, Mike Tyson was famous for the number system. You know, someone would call out these combinations, and you know, and they're always different. And you know, and Mike would throw it, and then the opponents would, you know, and his opponents would just be like, "God damn! Like, what is this dude hitting me with?" Like he like
I got beat with a 3-5-7. Like, nah, him. You got to the 7. Nah, he beat me with 4-5-6, nigga. Like, nah, he beat me with 8-5-2. Like, what? Like, he threw 8 in there.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like I said, the combinations, like, I want to see more combinations with heavyweights. Heavyweights need to throw more combinations.
I want to see it more in boxing, period. Like, I feel we don't get combinations no more like that. Like the whole sport, like everybody's just 1-2s or just pot shot.
Well, it depends. Like you have to go to the lighter weights. Like if you watch highlights of the Japanese card this morning, they were throwing combinations. Like they was throwing.
Yeah, them niggas like that. I'm talking about the niggas 135 and you know I fuck with the small weights.
Yeah, of course, absolutely, my nigga.
But the 135 and up, I feel like we see more combination punching in the previous 20 years that we have in this one.
Yeah, like you know, like everyone, you know, like I said, everyone tries to fight a little slick. You know, tries to get him out there with like 1 or 2 shots or whatever. Like you know,
but back then, slick niggas threw hands though, man. Like these new niggas want to be slick with no offense, man. That's the shit that be killing me.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll say stuff. Parker, like I said, I mean, both two guys, like you know, both Parker and McCauley still deserve props. Like I said, you know, they made the fight. Parker. You know, like I said, he's on this little streak right now. He's on this little late streak right now. Like, give Parker a shot at the title. Like, if he's willing to fight someone like McCauley on 2 days' notice and win,
nah, man, yeah, give him Usyk, give him Usyk fight first. I mean, fuck it, just get out the way. See what? I mean, come on, give him Usyk fight.
Yeah, like,
we need to do a Twitter poll for like who's the better set of who's the better set of final fights for Usyk and have like Cavalier, Dubois, Artur, like shit like that. Like that's a good question.
Low-key heavyweights like isn't one of the best divisions in boxing right now? Or am I tripping? I mean, honestly,
no, you're not tripping. Heavyweight literally is maybe a top 3 division right now.
Yeah, like the only thing that's missing in heavyweights right now is the American heavyweight. You know, and that's
I want a little more color thrown up over there.
That's a wrap. I'm done. That's a wrap. But maybe shouts out Torres. But we're cooked.
Yeah, I need a little more. You know, sprinkle a little more. I just feel like we're getting like we got a lot of Euro potato salads or some shit going on.
Yeah, like I mean, Wilder's obviously he's on the downside. We don't know where he is, but yeah, Jared Anderson has proven not to be at that level.
All we got is Nacho Libre as Torres Jr. That's all we got.
Because Dreamland lost too, so it's like we kind of like really don't have. Oh yeah, Andre Carmel Morton gets us some crazy long combo. Yeah, he does. Yeah, like that. Morton puts hands on motherfuckers. Like,
some young guys like him.
He's at 130, 135. I would expect him to.
But remember, dude, back in the day, you could see a motherfucker at goddamn light heavyweight throw a fucking 5-punch combination. You see a goddamn middleweight throw damn 3-4 combos. Like, damn, like you just don't see that no more.
I mean, of course, nigga. Like, I mean, I watch a Dominic and Briggs, nigga. I know they get down like heavy.
Yeah, like what is this? Like, dude, I'm from the Chad Dawson era where motherfucker was like, no, something. Like, This nigga was lighting dudes up with like 6-punch combination. Like, bro, like I might have to rewatch the Eric Harden fight. Like, nigga, like
I mean, shit. I mean, for me, like, one of my favorite fights of all time might be like the top 2 is Murky Sosa and Prince Charles Williams. Both fights were combos, ridiculous, brutal combos.
Dude, Jermaine Taylor, Kasim Omar, dude, Taylor was landing full-blown mid-work combos. Like, he 1, 2, 3, 4. Like niggas don't even do that in fights no more, man. Like, I want to see, like, and niggas be, and it's crazy because you used to see regular, like, non-fancy mid-work back in the day. But in fights, that's when niggas was getting all creative. Like, fuck that. Now you see all the fancy combo mid-work, but the most uncreative combos in boxing.
Yeah. Basically everyone does the Floyd power work, but no understanding why Floyd does what he does.
And damn sure ain't throwing the damn combos in the real fights. Like, if you're not hitting with combos in your fucking, and you doing all that fancy mid work, something's wrong.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
There's a disconnect. But yeah, my bad. Y'all can keep going.
Yeah, no, like, Parker deserves a title shot, and I'm sure Bacoli is still apparently going to fight in May against F.A. Ajab. It's just not going to be an eliminator no more, but, you know.
That's a good-ass fucking fight, too, though.
And then another thing that I learned about, that Bacoli is a vegetarian. I just wanted to mention that randomly. Like, if you're a vegetarian, like, what the fuck you eating to be 315 pounds as a vegetarian? Like,
facts. Man, honestly, I find out a lot of these niggas who be on some vegetarian shit, like, I feel like they overeat.
They must. Dude,
Look, man, you know how we would eat like a regular chicken salad?
Mm-hmm.
These niggas would just eat 2 salads to replace the fucking chicken.
Yo, facts. Because I remember I worked with someone who was a vegetarian though, but he had a whole beer belly and shit. Like, I was trying to figure, how does that shit even work? Like, like usually, like fighters that adopt a vegetarian diet, like Tim Bradley did, usually them cats are supposed to be like ripped and shit. Like, you know, like I'm trying to understand.
And then Bradley's a bad like example because that's a motherfucker who was training hard as fuck though.
I get that though, but you're supposed to drop some weight if you're not eating no meat. Pause.
These niggas get. You see how Canelo looked against Bivol with that bullshit, like
yeah.
If you need to fight, you gotta have blood, bro. Like you ain't gonna want to beat a nigga ass eating a goddamn spinach wrap or a goddamn veggie sub or a veggie pizza.
Facts, and
y'all talking about the niggas. What's some Hagler quote where he's like, yeah, you know, it's kind of hard, you know, to train, do road work when you're in silk pajamas,
silk sheets, silk pajamas,
silk sheets. It's even harder when you eating bullshit ass damn. Goddamn veggie subs.
Yeah, eat fucking meat. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Like you better eat because the fucking boiled eggs, the spinach, and veggie subs and all that shit just ain't cut.
Yeah, like, I mean, look at the fighters in the main events. I'm sure like they have meat in their diet. Again, pause because this is like
nigga. I feel Beterbiev slap the shit out you like if you gave him a platter of just carrots and tofu or some shit.
I'm saying like
that nigga, like he looked too angry to just. I'd be afraid that I'd even offer this to Artur. There's like no beef or nothing. Like my friend, like uppercuts, like.
But
what is this?
But yeah, Beterbiev Bivol too, man. Again, 175 hard fights, man. Like, well, honestly, light heavyweight shining this year between this and then fucking Benavidez and Morrell. Like, 175 is fucking shining this year.
They already the division of the year, and it's like we ain't even in March.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and yeah, Beterbiev Bivol. I'll give it to the ball. Like, Bivol is teak tough, bro. Like, because I mean, it did look like in the first half of the fight that Beterbiev was going to break dude down because there was a couple of those rounds where Bivol was going to his corner. He was shaky as shit. Like, you know, he was like I was like, oh damn, like Beterbiev's about to do this again at 40. Like, this shit is incredible. But one thing that Bivol did, you know, is like he learned he couldn't be on no back foot, like going around the ring without punching, because that's the reason why he lost the first fight. And even though
I feel like ring generalship won this fight for him.
Yeah, it did. Like he actually got off combos on Beterbiev, especially in that round 11. Like
he wasn't fading.
Consistent combo.
That was the thing. The championship rounds, he didn't fade. Even the rounds before, like 7, 8, 9, Bivol won that fight. And I was going to Beterbiev. Bivol
I don't feel like the whole robbery shit I keep seeing on Twitter. I'm like, it just lets me know like a lot of niggas can't score fucking fights.
I had a draw.
But hear me out. Did Father Time kick in, or was it just like Bivol just rose to the occasion?
No, I think it was just the fight itself because it was a different strategy. Like Bivol was a little bit more busier than that, and the fun thing too is because Beterbiev could cut off the ring, but for some reason he had a hard time cutting off Bivol in this fight. Like bro was like I think
that's also because Bivol was throwing more too. Like
yeah, exactly.
Like, but let's be honest, Bivol showed more grit in this fight than he did the first one. Like
he did.
Like the strategy was better too, but grit kind of won him this. Like when it was time to really kind of throw combinations, he did it repeatedly. He would spin out, pivot, still throw. Yep. It was kind of like how Rayo and Pitbull was going at it.
Yeah. It was just quality. Like I was incredibly impressed by Bivol on this one because
niggas can't score fights because like I feel like Beterbiev won the last fight, but I could see a draw with this one.
Yeah,
but it was more of Bivol win than anything.
If I had to pick a winner, it would have been Bivol. Like I think like if you said, oh no, one person had to have won, it would have been Bivol. There's a couple of them, the swing rounds I gave to Beterbiev, but it could have easily been scored to Bivol.
And I will say this though, round 12 though, Beterbiev definitely won that final round.
Because Bivol gave it up. Bivol gave pause. He gave up that last round. Like I don't know.
And he got cut badly too. I was like, this Beterbiev needed to cut Bivol like that like 3 rounds earlier, and then we probably would have seen
him to him though. Like I felt like Beterbiev didn't have another gear. Like he couldn't like he gave you 100 and Bivol gave you 100, but then somehow Bivol just went to 110 and Beterbiev just tapped out at maybe 103. Like you could tell like he couldn't because he was missing more this fight than anything.
Right. And I think because usually with Beterbiev, like if you try to move, obviously Beterbiev is not a person like he'll throw if he hits you on your arm or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's eventually all this is just a system of breaking you down until you either stop moving or you start doing something and you start catching punches flush. That's how, but Bivol took that shit for 12 rounds because there were times where dude would be circling and he was getting hit in the arm, but he'd keep circling. And eventually, on occasion, like his back would touch the corner, and Beterbiev would try to go to work or whatever. But then, then Bivol would clinch and then keep moving. And I think just that rhythm of that Beterbiev wasn't used to. And I guess he wasn't used to someone biting down and really breaking that rhythm. And it was just like, I think and he couldn't adjust, and it was too much. But
it's also this too, bro. Like. A guy like Beterbiev who punches hard and has heavy hands, like if you don't give him flush targets and allow him to chip at you by blocking, you kind of make him a little bit more ineffective. Bivol kind of understood this time where instead of retreating, he turned more and threw the combinations. And so when he did retreat and turn, he was catching some of those combinations or punches from Beterbiev. He was catching them. His gloves were catching the end of the punch. Where it's already the punch, the power, the velocity, bro. Velocity, yeah. Thank you. Already kind of dissipated by the time they get to damn Bivol because he's in motion. Whereas last time, Bivol would literally try to catch counter or just cover up. And Beterbiev, he hits too hard to just cover up like that. And I think sometimes just at that level, it's the little nuances, man. And I saw that made a difference as well. Like Beterbiev didn't get a chance to just wear down Bivol like he did the first fight. Like Bivol kind of played the distance to ring a little better. Like when he blocked, he blocked in moments where.
And when he was moving back and he was moving backwards and laterally, he kept throwing. That was the thing. The activity. He kept throwing that.
So and it's harder to just kind of beat on somebody if they're constantly kind of turning and moving. Because Bivol wasn't really using angles.
No, he was not.
Yeah, so it's like, imagine a nigga using angles and doing all that. So there's still shit Bivol could even improve on. Whereas at the point, I think just Beterbiev could only just make himself be faster and better. Like, I don't think there's nothing else he could do. Like,
yeah, no, and like I said, and Beterbiev though, I mean, I think Beterbiev knew, because I think he was kind of pissed because Dude was kind of a sore sport at the end. Like, bro was, he didn't want, he didn't want to talk to no one, he didn't want to shake hands or whatever. He left.
I think he felt he lost. Like he knew he lost.
So like Bivol, like right now, like Bivol's crazy. Bivol has a Zerto, has a Canelo, has a Beterbiev on his record right now. Like, bro,
he's the only thing. I mean, real quick, he's the only guy ever to have two undefeated. Two undisputed 4-belt champions. The only guy to ever beat two of those. Two fights like that. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, honestly, Bivol. Obviously, if he's like, you won't put him as like 4, depending. He's clearly in the top 4 for pound. Like, he's somewhere around.
I mean, him and Beterbiev, they just changed position. Like Beterbiev been top 5. He's been like 4. Yeah. Like now Beterbiev is 5 or something. Is 4.
Yeah, but it's like I said, but those fights too, they're hard fights, but they're also technical fights, because you saw each fight, you saw the best and the worst of both guys exposed, and one guy.
This fight was more entertaining than the first one.
I mean, I was watching the first one high in Jamaica, so I was entertained. I was entertained with it.
I mean, I was entertained through both, but it just felt like this had like more action, where it's like last time had action, but. Like, I guess the since Bivol never really tapered in this fight, it felt like a more action-packed fight.
Yeah,
whereas last time he kind of tapered, he was up and down, and it got to moments where it was just getting like you had too many one-sided moments.
Right. But I'm glad that Bivol was able to, because I mean, the shit that I saw him doing in his workouts, I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like, I mean, he was wrestling, he was doing like whole wrestling shit. I'm like, what's he gonna do with that with Beterbiev? But like I said, that's why he's a pro. Like, and I'm not a pro, so it's just like,
Or maybe he was thinking like, hey, if I gotta be on the inside clinching and grappling with this nigga, I could be prepared for it. Sometimes you train shit just to be in case.
Yeah, because typically, you don't wrestle people like Beterbiev, because Beterbiev's type of people, like they're like master grapplers. You don't want to wrestle.
That's true.
Yeah,
but you do want to have the strength to have enough leverage for when if it happens, you could handle yourself.
Yeah,
because a lot of guys, they don't account for that. They don't think like, hey man, like, hey, you're gonna have to have the strength to kind of. If you start wailing on this nigga, you hurt him, he start clinching and he try to adjust and get close, you're gonna have to have the strength to kind of manhandle him on the inside, pause, get him off you. Some people can't, so you get ugly, like Keyshawn Davis and Baranchek. Like, you see how Keyshawn Davis had the strength on the inside, where he didn't get manhandled, like he was able to just fire off his shots.
Right.
Do y'all want to see a trilogy?
I do, but I want Benavidez.
Not really, no.
I do, but I want to see Benavidez get a shot first. Like I want,
I heard Benavidez gonna have to wait a little bit. I heard they're holding him out a little bit. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, I think
you know what? Because I look at it like this: it's not fair in a sense. Like y'all niggas made Beterbiev run this shit back like in 4 months. He's the older motherfucker with the knee injury and shit. Okay, he loses a close fight, and then now niggas is talking about, yeah, okay, fuck that. Let's do something else. Nah, just fucking just get the trilogy over with. Have these niggas fight in the summer, whatnot, and after that, whoever wins that, he runs it, and Benavidez, whoever else could get him. Like I'm just saying, bro, because it's kind of shitty.
Like Colin Smith in the meanwhile.
Who?
Benavidez versus Colin Smith. Would that be a good? Is that a good in the meanwhile?
I think that would. Honestly, that would be great. Be honest, goddamn, Pilot, that actually is great right there. Benavidez, Callum Smith for the co-main, and Dmitry Bivol run it back, and the winner get the fucking. Because now you're looking at it, because that motivate Callum Smith. Although I don't think anybody wants to fight Beterbiev again, like.
Yeah, right.
Except Bivol.
I mean, Father Time Drew, I know he's not much retarded, but he is 40. 40 is 40 at the end of the day, still.
Right.
Yeah, but and that's why I'm saying, like, if y'all gonna do the trilogy, do it this year, but kind of don't do this shit in goddamn June. Like, let these niggas get like an August.
Facts.
Like, let 6 months go by. If Benavidez want to keep. But these, this nigga, he probably gonna wait till then or whatever. But if all these other niggas want to keep fighting, go ahead. But like light heavyweight ain't popping where it's like you got a bunch of contenders want to get a shot. It's really just 3, 4, 5 fighters that you just kind of looking out for.
Yeah, but still, it's 175 has high level punchers. That's like the most.
Yeah, so you can only match them up in tough fights so much.
Yeah, like you do that, and then they'll end up like 130 era with Salido in them. Like they'll all be
everybody banged up and done in like a couple years, and then some big motherfucker like a Burchell pads his resume by KO and all of them niggas.
Yeah, exactly. You don't. This is,
and then it looks like fool's gold because now Burchell look like some monster, and then it takes the faded guy who shouldn't really win to get a fucking highlight reel KO on his ass.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it sounds crazy, but that's literally what happened.
Yeah, that's what happens. Like
I'm just giving you how it played out over the years.
Yeah, like and you can see it with light heavyweights. Like I said, 154 right now because there's so many of them. So we're getting the hard fights, but they're not. It's not like a round robin type of where 175 is round robin.
Different names can be thrown in, but at light heavyweight, it's like, okay, what you're gonna do? Okay, let's put Morrell against Anthony Yard, Callum Smith versus Benavidez, and Dmitry Bivol main event. There you go.
Yeah. And then that'll be a fire card.
Quick question on 175 because again I'm gonna watch the fight after. But Buatsi Morrell, is that a fight where Morrell should probably win that, or I'm just wondering what kind? How?
Yes.
Morrell should beat Buatsi. Yes, I.
But one thing's for Buatsi's power will always keep him in the damn fight. But yeah.
Yeah, because he's going to be in there, but Buatsi's, and that's the thing, we just mostly talked about how good the fight was, but I'll say this about Buatsi because I don't think I really said no technical shit. Power, he has everything, but it's just the ring generals, like a lot of these niggas don't know how to work through and win around. It's just like they seem like they're just looking for openers to punch. Like, you got 3 minutes. Like, put all this together. Like, and it felt like Caleb Smith was just more aware of that. And Buatsi, he fights like there's no timer. like how you just playing video games sometime and you just be like, you take the timer off, it's infinity mode or whatever, and you playing virtual fighter. That's how this nigga fight. Like, it just goes on forever until somebody dies or something. Bro, you gotta have a plan, bro. You just can't. He hits me, I hit him back. That's literally what this nigga did.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's actually a good fight. Buatsi Morrell, like, I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. But
but
remember, these is going to be a second fight for these niggas, and that's it. Like, this ain't no 3-plan fight
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like
for this year. Nah.
Yeah, you put a fight like that in together like that. Yeah, these cats are not gonna. They're gonna need some time to heal. Like, so it's like something crazy. Like, yeah, they're not.
Yeah, because I feel like you want to get a Benavidez winner. I'm sorry, Benavidez versus Smith. I'm sorry, Benavidez. Benavidez. Jeez, you want to get him against the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev. I feel like until next year anyway. If we're gonna be honest. I feel like just get the trilogy out the fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, if you put Benavidez with Callum Smith, nigga, if Benavidez is supposed to be that guy, who the fuck is Callum Smith?
Yeah.
And it's another payday, great fight. So yeah, like boxing guys, y'all make that happen. Salute Blazing Killer. What up?
Yeah, but yeah, overall, like I said though, I mean, was it the greatest card in the world? No. Was there a number of entertaining fights more than the bad fights? Yes, and that's what in the end that's what counts. You know,
you take away 2 fights in the middle, this is like an A+ card.
Yeah,
that's why I feel like 7 fights is just too much. Like if you focus on this 5, 4 might be the sweet spot, but 5, I say like that should be the max. Cause it leaves too much room for fuckery. Like remember, you had 2 replacements too.
Right. Now had to replace. Like I said, I'm not. I'm sure they're gonna try it again in some fashion, card like that though. But yeah, like I don't mind a long card. As long as on paper it's good. But now obviously if it's a struggle card, then yeah, no, I'm not happy. Hell, even PBC only did 1 6-fight main card, like 6 fights main card once, and they never did it again. So it's like, although that's actually one of my favorite cards too. I actually like that card.
That was a good card, yeah. So I don't mind it. Like the pacing.
Wait, hold on. Which card was that? Which one was that?
The Charlo,
bro.
The COVID pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 3 fights, and then you had a break, which was necessary because the break was, and then another 3 fights.
Those like a double triple header, right? Yeah,
damn it, no one. We need to bring that back. Like no one talks about that.
But it flopped so bad. I think with the Charlo, it flopped so bad.
Yeah, it flopped. That was the problem.
Really hard.
What was the pay-per-view buys on that?
Like $100K, somewhere around there.
If that.
Yeah.
That's a flop, but
yeah, but it was.
What were we expecting from that? Like.
It was the pandemic, bro. We expected a little bit more, but it's a shame too. But yeah, though,
although they never been marketed like they should have been too. Like, but I feel like if they would have got like $300K, I feel like that'd be cool. But
we would probably had more stacked cards from them though. But yeah, no. Overall, Turkey definitely like the pacing. Pacing needs to be working on a little, but at least it flowed. Like there wasn't any outside of the Shiraz, that was right. It wasn't a slow spot. Like it finished, in less talking, no weird shit, and that. So Turkey has,
I give it a 9 out of 10. I'm just saying if you give it a number out of 10, I give it a 9. A 9.
And you didn't even watch the first fight.
I didn't watch the first fight. Yeah, it's still a 9.
Yeah, so
that's crazy. It is about a 9 out of 10. I give you that.
Yeah, like I'm not even mad at the fight at all. Like not at all. I'm at the pay-per-view or anything like that. And truthfully, the small arena definitely did work for it because there was a little bit more. It sounded like there was more atmosphere. I know people had really.
Pause. It was more intimate. Pause. Like more.
Dude, like this is the whole shit I be talking about. Niggas is like niggas want fights all intimate and shit. Like nigga, we fight. Bedroom boxing. The fuck kind of shit is y'all on? Like, it was a smaller room. It was more intimate. So when I don't whisper sweet nothings, like nigga, no.
I don't want no eyes wide shut ass type of fight,
Oh yeah, the Baumgartner special.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Turkey. Production wise, it's probably his best produced pay-per-view by far. Like I said, so
yeah, like it was the most enjoyable. Like I was tired, but it felt like it was a regular shift of work and not like an overtime shift like the other shifts we have when he watches fights.
Yeah. But now, we have, next week, of course, we have PBC, they on the docket again for pay-per-view. We got one Gervonta Tank Davis and one Lamont Roach, and this was pushed back from October, I think it was October or November from last year. So it just happened to land on the week after this card. Tank, Roach, and then we'll get to that particular fight and everything like that. But obviously the undercard and also the two free fights. It's a loaded card, but obviously there are dark matches that are for the people who are going to be there. Like Matt is going to be there, like he's going to be there, and he'll probably see a lot of like the prospects that PBC does have. They're just not televised. And truthfully, they need practice keep developing prospects off TV, because I don't want to see no more damn Saudi prospects on my TV until they can, actually.
Like that's the thing. Like they take advantage of this whole prospect shit sometimes to the point where, like at one point we was begging to see these type of fights. Now we're like, okay, chill, like y'all.
Yeah.
Like let these niggas develop a little more.